to do it and grow it and scale it, but also not have to sacrifice more time. That's one of the things that sometimes you might hear what I would call an amateur coach, talk about all I want to do is scale, scale, scale. Well, on the other side of it, there's also your life. I hear so many people try to pitch this idea of let's grow and grow and grow and grow. And every third word is grow and expand. And there's not any attention paid to the quality of life and the bombshells you leave behind by not being there for your family. That is so cool to hear you share that story. You got bit with the bug of the personal development. To me, that's eternal optimism. It's being able to hear something, hear an idea. You get inspired by it, and you go with it. You take action on it, and kudos to you, my friend. So
thank you.
Bring us forward to the birth of your businesses, and how all of this actually got started for you.
Yeah, so the network marketing that then led me. So I actually was about to quit the network marketing thing. So because it didn't happen as fast as I perceived that it was supposed to go. I ended up signing up a couple people. The guy who signed me up actually invited me to a conference that was happening here in Atlanta. So I went to the conference, and if you haven't been to a network marketing conference, it's hype. Everybody's excited. Thousands of people there. It's just a different vibe. So I'm not sure what happened, but I came out of there and I was excited. So I signed some people up. One of the people I signed up actually a few weeks later actually sent me a link to watch this free video series. And it was a 4-part video series. And basically it talked about how to build a network marketing business without home parties, without home meetings and so forth, using the internet and using direct response marketing, which I had never heard of. So I watched this video series. Then he sold a $40 ebook at the end. At this time, I had never bought anything online. I didn't have any cards or anything, right? Because I ran a cash business, right? I didn't have cards, didn't have bank accounts, any of that. I bought a prepaid card to join a network marketing company. I went and loaded some more money on it to buy this ebook. And then when I bought it, it showed me, an upsell. I didn't know it was upsell, but it was like, hey, get this thing too. But I had only loaded enough to buy the book. So I had to go load the card again and buy the upsells. But that led me into learning direct response marketing, attraction marketing, lead generation. And I just started teaching. And one of the concepts that he taught was attraction marketing, basically creating value, which was creating content on the internet, teaching what you was learning. So I started teaching network marketers what I was learning about growing a network marketing business. And that was the earlier phases of building my brand, right? And then people started reaching out, asking me what I was doing and could I teach them. So I started just kind of doing what other people was doing and started creating some courses or whatever, trying to sell those or whatever. Made a couple sales, nothing crazy. And then people wanted me to coach them. So then I learned that coaching was an entire different industry. I'm like, wow, people will pay you for what you know. I'm like, this is mind blowing. Like, this is, for some people listening to me right now, this is so basic, but to me, this is like mind blowing to me. I was like, wow. So I started teaching what I was learning. And then what blew me away, people was taking what I was teaching them, going to implement it and getting results. And I was like, wow. And I realized that I had a gift for teaching. I could take complicated concepts and break them down so that other people can actually implement it. Right. So I went all in. I discovered that one of the biggest reasons a business go out of business is the lack of knowing how to generate leads consistently.
Yes.
So I went all in on teaching businesses how to generate leads. And then fast forward, we started teaching client acquisition. So it's like, leads are great, but if you can't convert those leads into clients, then it was for nothing, right? So we went all in on client acquisition and we started a company called Client Attraction University. And throughout that process, we've helped, probably over 3,000 businesses in terms of their marketing as clients. Wow. And we helped our clients do an estimated $1 billion in revenue. That company, Client Attraction University, was on Inc. 5000 fastest growing companies list. And then through that whole process, though, one thing that we had to learn internally is scaling businesses.
Okay.
What about because marketing and getting clients and sales is one thing. However, when it comes down to what about now, once you get to 30, 40, 50, 60, $70,000 a month, what about team? What about systems? What about infrastructure? Because as you're generating more revenue, if you're not careful, you will start working more hours. And I never wanted to be somebody who sacrifices the most important things in my life, my family, for money, right? And I didn't want to build a community or a culture of helping other business owners build what looks like success in their business, but not the other family side of things, right? So I zoomed out and I looked and like, okay, what are the pillars that it takes to really build a really successful company that's profitable, sustainable, scalable, enjoyable, and potentially sellable? And that's how we came up with this thing called the predictable scale flywheel, which is 8 pillars.
Okay.
And we started focusing on, okay, how do we help these businesses scale? Because once we help them increase their revenue and their client flow, but if they don't have the infrastructure to deal with this new growth, their business will actually implode. So then we shifted into teaching these businesses how to scale, because a lot of people was teaching about how to make money, how to get clients, but a lot of times people aren't talking about the operational stuff, the financial frameworks, and everything that it takes to actually build a business that's actually truly scalable. So it was like, okay, that's the direction we have to go. So we created Strategic Scale Institute solely around helping businesses scale to 7 figures while actually taking more time off. Because a lot of businesses, they'll scale to 7 figures and beyond, but they find themselves working more. We actually want to show them how to do it. We actually show them how to do it while actually working less, so they can enjoy the family and travel and all the other things they want to do.
I think that's crucial. It's crucial, and for those listening out there, I think that Dr. Russell, I'm gonna give him the doctor title now, because a lot of people can say they're a doctor, but in my mind, he just earned it again. Not that he needed to, but he just earned it again with that last statement. And the statement is to do it and grow it and scale it, but also not have to sacrifice more time. That's one of the things that sometimes you might hear what I would call an amateur coach, talk about, all I want to do is scale, scale, scale. Well, on the other side of it, there's also your life. I hear so many people try to pitch this idea of let's grow and grow and grow and grow, and every third word is grow and expand, and there's not any attention paid to the quality of life and the bombshells you leave behind by not being there for your family.
Yeah.
Right. So I love that you have this kind of multifaceted approach